Welcome to AT301, Port 330, the American River College Small Engines class. My name is Ben French, and in this video I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and explain how the class is going to flow and what websites we're going to use. So with that, I would like to allow you to get to know me a little bit and my history working on small engines. So with that, I put together a few pictures for us to look at. I've been an automotive technician for well over 20 years, became ASE Master Certified, and really was very happy working in the automotive industry. But that knowledge that led to working on cars all started with a passion for small engines. Now that started with motorcycles. As a kid, I was very fortunate to first start off with ATVs and then later on motorcycles, and I rode them with my father and grandfather, and we did the occasional race, and even through my teens and 20s and 30s, I still raced motorcycles in hare scrambles events and family enduros with District 36 of the American Motorcyclist Association. Just had a great time. But a lot of the fun of the event wasn't just doing the riding, it was actually the preparation, working on the bikes, getting them ready for that next event. Now, as I've gotten older, I've been very fortunate to share my love of motorcycles with my family, and I also developed a love of not just motorcycles, but go-karts in my teen years, buying my first go-kart my senior year of high school. Over many years of working on karts and breaking them and working on them again, I've raced go-karts all over, from Southern California to up north to in Nevada. Here I am at one of my favorite tracks down in Southern California, Buttonwillow Raceway. And again, this led to something that I could share with my family. Karting is a great family sport. If you haven't ever tried it, it really is one of those things where you and your kids can do stuff together and really be part of a team within your family unit. So both my children, both my son and this is my daughter here, have raced go-karts, and we've also spent a lot of time in the garage working on and prepping our go-karts. One way that we could afford to do these fun things was to be able to do the work on our go-karts and motorcycles and different things ourselves. And that's one of the things I'm hoping that you guys will get out of this course. Here you can see my guys when they were little. They're both big now, but here they are little, and we took apart some of those Honda clone motors. They're a motor, they're a copy of a Honda motor that you can buy online or at Harbor Freight Tools. So we took those apart to see how they worked, and later on we modified them for go-kart racing. Now, I've spent many late nights in the garage and probably consumed a little bit too much Red Bull, but this is what has brought me to be with you today in this class. And we're gonna learn a lot. We're gonna learn a lot together. I've been very fortunate to be part of the team here at American River College for the last 15 plus years. I teach a number of automotive classes, but honestly, this small engine class is one of my favorites. Now, this is a unique class in that this semester, this time around, this class is going to be 100% online. This is not something we've done before, but I know it's a class that several of you guys were interested in, and I do think small engines is something that we can do in an online format, because you can work on a small engine just about anywhere. You can work on one on your kitchen countertop with some cardboard laid out. You can work on one in your apartment or your garage, or when I was a kid I used to have engine projects in my closet. So it can be done. And so with that, let's see how we're going to do that and make this class work in an online format. So I'm going to open up our Google web page here, and here you can see the American River College main website. Now if I'm at the ARC website and I go over here to student login and I click Canvas, I'm going to open up my Canvas tab. Once I click over here to Canvas, I will then open up my dashboard, and once I have my dashboard signed up, I can then open up our AT301 Hort 330 small engine course. Now, at the course here we are at the main screen, and I have some information just to get you to know me a little bit, just like we've been talking about, and some information for the class. I would suggest that each time you come to the web page here through Canvas, that you make a pit stop first at the Announcements tab. So if you click Announcements, you'll find out what's the latest and greatest happenings in our class and what you need to be working on next. And we'll have usually a different announcement for each week in the course, just to make sure everybody's following along. Next, I would recommend that you cruise by the Discussions tab. Here you can find out our latest discussions and maybe some information that I'm asking to, in this case, get to know more about you, as you guys have just spent a few minutes getting to know a little bit about me. If you continue to scroll on down the side and you click on the Assignments tab, you'll see the different assignments that we have in the class and when their due dates are. Speaking of due dates though, if I click the calendar on the side, that will open up a calendar that will allow you to see when different things are due in the class. If I go back to my dashboard, I'll log back into our class, and I want to kind of wrap this up at the Modules tab. Under Modules, you'll find all the course content and information. Now keep in mind, because this is the first time we have taught this class in an online format, you're going to be seeing more and more content be loaded to the Modules section. In the Modules section, you'll find presentations that we use in the class, video links, worksheets, and it will be organized in 5 different modules that we'll go through as we progress through the class. This first module, titled Class Information, gives you all the basic information for you guys to be successful in the course. We'll take a quick pit stop here with the online syllabus. Now, this would be the same syllabus that I would have given you the first day of class in a normal course offering. Here you can download it as a document or a Google Sheet. And it tells you everything from who the course is designed for what types of things we're going to be doing, how are we going to calculate your grades in the class, what are course topics, and ultimately, what are the types of things that I want you to know with your learning outcomes. But let me back up to the first page, and let's look at the required materials. Obviously, this is an online class. You're going to need a computer with internet access. But because this is also a hands-on class where you're going to be asked to work on some small engine projects, you're going to need to get yourself a basic mechanics tool set and start to outline some small engines projects. Now, if you find yourself running short of small engines projects, contact me. I'm sure we can round up something for you to work on. But usually finding the projects part isn't the hard part of the class. I would like you to have safety glasses, of course, when you're working on stuff to keep you guys safe, even though you're working at home. And ultimately, you're going to need either a cell phone or a video camera or something so that you can document the work you do at home and submit it to me so I can follow along with what you're working on in your own home repair shops. So with that, let's look at the other websites that we'll be working with during this course, because although we'll spend the majority of our time here on Canvas, we have two great manufacturer partners in both Briggs & Stratton and Stihl Outdoor Power Equipment, which we'll use to supplement our course with additional information. So the first site we're going to go to is the Briggs & Stratton site. This site is called the Power Portal. Now the Power Portal is where you would go if you were a technician working at a small engine shop. You could be working at like one of our partner stores, Citrus Heights Mower, or you could be working at Bliss Outdoor Power Equipment. If you needed to find information on a Briggs & Stratton engine and you didn't have the hard copy of the manual there for you to look at, this manual is available on the Briggs & Stratton Power Portal. In addition, if you want to be certified in Briggs & Stratton engines, you can do that on this website, and you can learn all the latest information through a bunch of online courses, again, in the Power Portal. We'll spend some time later on really exploring this website and how you guys will leverage it to learn a lot about four-cycle small engines in particular. With that, there is still one last website that we're going to use in our class, and that's the Stihl Outdoor Power Equipment or Stihl Vocational Education site, stihlvotech.com. Now this site will allow you to become a Stihl Bronze Certified Small Engine Technician, and it also contains a lot of great service information for Stihl products. Stihl makes a lot of two-cycle engines still to this day, whether it's a chainsaw or a blower or a string trimmer, and because of that, it's a great resource for two-cycle and four-cycle engines, but this is where we'll get a lot of our two-cycle information. Also for you small engine students who are, interested, especially in the outdoor power equipment side, from things like string trimmer length and how to sharpen your chainsaw chain and take care of it. This website will have all that information. If I go over here to training, there's all kinds of great information that I can look up within the Stihl Votech website. Well, that about wraps things up. Remember that we are going to use 3 different websites for this class. The Stihl Votech website, the Briggs & Stratton Power Portal, and ultimately our Canvas page, which will be the main source of information for this class. Don't worry, in separate videos, I'll show you how to log in to both the Briggs & Stratton and the Stihl so you'll know how to proceed in those websites. With that, I want to finish off by saying that remember, this is not just an online class, it's an online class that has a hands-on component. So as you see from the picture here, you'll be asked to work on your projects and document what you're doing. Send that in to me. Send me your technical questions and other things that you encounter. And I will be sharing with you tech tips and theory of operation and everything I can to make you a well-rounded small engines technician by the end of the semester. So with that, let's have some fun and jump into our small engines AT301/Hort 330. All right.